This year, Stephen Sanborn, with a 3.73 cumulative grade point average, is ranked second in his graduating high school class. Please join me in applauding him for his hard work and perseverance.
Boy, it's good to graduate. Did you know that only 25% of people think they know what the purpose of life is? According to a survey by the Surveillance Public Data Bank, 75% of people either don't know or are unsure about the purpose of life, even though only a small portion of them don't care to know. We may ask ourselves, why is it that so many people don't know the purpose of life when very few don't care to know? Perhaps it is because they have never been taught what the purpose of life is. I think I speak for most in this auditorium when I say that we do know what the purpose of life is. It is summed up in two of the age-old catechism questions that everyone had to learn before they received First Holy Communion. These questions are, who made me? And why was I made? Of course, the answer to these questions is, God made me to know, to love, and to serve Him in this life, and to be happy with Him forever in the next. Now, maybe you learned the answer to these questions at school. Maybe you learned it from your parents. Regardless of where you learned it, it probably raised additional questions for you. You may have asked, what do I need to know about God? How do I love Him? Or, what does it mean to serve Him? My education at St. Vincent de Paul Academy provided me with the answers to these and to many more questions. Parents are usually pretty busy making sure that their children are fed, washed, and put to bed at a reasonable time. This means that they don't have as much time as they would like to give all the answers. And while they constantly strive to do so, they are sometimes unable. So while our parents may begin our education by teaching us what our purpose in life is, St. Vincent's complements this education by showing us how to fulfill that purpose. Now some might say, what is so special about St. Vincent's? Can't you learn that stuff elsewhere? My response to this is, let's look at the alternatives. In public school, religion is non-existent or taught falsely. Christian or Protestant schools are not going to teach Catholic doctrine. And how many other Catholic schools teach not only a full theological course, but also mandate courses in Socratic logic and Thomistic Aristotelian philosophy? St. Vincent's does not merely teach its students what to think, but also how to think. At St. Vincent's, I have learned that there is truth, and it is knowable. And now I want to say to my classmates and to all the students, we are entering soon into the confusion and even darkness of this world. However, as G.K. Chesterton points out in The Ballad of the White Horse, the men of the East may spell the stars, and times and triumphs mark, but men signed of the cross of Christ go gaily in the dark. Chesterton is pointing out that, as Catholics, we can and should go into the world joyfully, knowing that we are being given the chance to prove ourselves to God by applying the lessons of our Catholic education. The dark night of this world is God's way of testing us, and we are meant to be beacons of His truth in it. We are here to carry on 2,000 years of Catholic tradition, whether that be as parents or religious. We are the next wave of reinforcements to the fight, so may we be strong. Today, my classmates and I made a pledge. In the pledge we said, I shall strive as far as possible that this same faith shall be held, taught, and professed by all those over whom I have charge. It's extremely important that we pass this faith on to our children and those under us. Because if we don't, who will? And who will pass it on to their children and their children? And so on. To sum up the attitude we should have, may I quote the words of Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. To conclude, I want to say thank you to the school, to the faculty, and to my parents. You have given me the tools I need to live my life, to know the purpose of my life, and to fulfill it. Thank you.